And I think that this is a really important concept for people to really grasp when they're networking on LinkedIn. But this applies to general marketing. So, right over here on the right hand side, this is like a general marketing funnel, right? Where you have awareness at the top, then you have consideration, then you have conversion. So the idea of marketing is you need to make people aware of you. This could be personal branding, this could be direct mail, this could be going to a networking event. You have to show up and let people know that you exist. And then you have to take that funnel and combine it into getting people to consider and understand what it is that you do. So show up, build rapport, and then ask for the conversion. And the problem in what we just showed is that people are skipping the consideration. They're connected with me, right? They got my attention, but then they immediately went for the conversion without really caring about my consideration, right? How's the framing of how they're coming across to get me into a position where I would even consider, opening the dialogue with them? If you skip a step, it's going to rub people the wrong way. So on the left-hand side, it's like, how do you apply that to LinkedIn? So this is like the networking funnel that I like to think about. First, you have LinkedIn campaign. You want to find people, right? You want to source prospects off of LinkedIn. You want to find good people. You go to an in-person networking event. You meet good people. It doesn't have to be on LinkedIn. You have to identify who you are trying to network with. That might be by an inbound request. That might be seeing a post about something that catches your eye and you realize that, hey, that person would be a good person to network with. I would like to meet that person. Once you've identified them, I classify them as a LinkedIn campaign because at that point, they're just a prospect. The next part of the process is a talking replied status. That means that they like something, commented, replied. There's some type of engagement, right? It's not serious, but it's not LinkedIn campaign. You've already identified them, and now you have brought awareness to the fact that you exist, right? So if you like something, you could, and they, let's say you comment on somebody's post, and then they comment back. I would say that's a talking replied. It means that they know who you are, especially if you saw that they viewed your profile. At that point, it's not like you're a stranger. You have broken into the awareness part of the funnel. And then you could classify that, it's a little bit subjective, but you want to be in a stage of having awareness. And then the goal is to drive that awareness into the consideration stage, which is more like a serious conversation, which means that you've gone deeper at that point. You've exchanged DMs, asked them questions about their business. You've kind of gathered some diagnostics around whether or not that you are a good fit for each other in whatever conversion you're trying to do. Are they a good fit for you to have a networking call with? Are you a good fit for them?
Referral partners, maybe.
To do whatever you want, even if it's just to follow your company page or, follow them. Like you want to exchange some type of discourse with somebody because you never really know until you've at least found somebody, opened some dialogue, and then, diagnose them through DMs. That leads to what I call most of the time for this networking funnel, the conversion, which is you want to get on a networking call with somebody. You do want to get to that 15-minute call like that person asked me, but you can't skip the process. You can't go strictly to the discovery call scheduling stage, which is what you did, without talking, replied, and serious conversation. If you do that, you're not framing things the right way. And then the last stage is, a completed call. So, we could talk in a future session about how do you manage the call. What happens when you transition someone off of LinkedIn into a Zoom call? How do you present yourself? What are the things that you think about during that stage? But at least for purposes of this conversation, it's about LinkedIn campaign, talking replies, serious conversation, and discovery call scheduling. Flowing through those 4 stages somewhat seamlessly, where your goal is not to close them. It's to climb. It's to climb to the next stage. And if you approach it that way, then you're going to come across with a better frame, let's just say, than the people who did what most people are doing, which is just immediately ask for calls.
Yeah.